Unfortunately, we had to come out of that because, as I said, we had an interview standing by. Now, KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihle Zikalala says a possible second wave of coronavirus pandemic has put them under pressure to put measures in place in KZN. KZN might ban all events over the festive season. The Premier joins me now via Zoom. Zikalala, thank you very much for joining us. I know it's short notice. I know that you've been waiting for us. Let's start there, Mhlonishwa. Tonight, we expect the President to speak to the nation at 8 o'clock. But we've already seen the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape where people are expected to flock for the holidays, and the numbers are not a good sight.
Yes, thank you. This is quite a challenge for the country, especially as we move to the festive season. People used to enjoy themselves. They used to go all over with their families. However, it is impossible for us as government to convene or to support big events where people will be gathering in their numbers. We are prepared and we will continue to support the hospitality industry, and we continue to encourage people to host small activities where they will enjoy themselves with their families and ensure that they try to stay away from big events that might be risky. And I think all of us need to ensure that we protect ourselves.
We spoke earlier, Zikalala, with Wendy Alberts, who is in charge of, or CEO of the Restaurants Association of South Africa. And she says, look, as far as RASA is concerned, they will not be happy if there any pronouncement to cancel events or to put closure times or reduce closure times for restaurants, because the industry has suffered enough. KwaZulu-Natal is the country's playground, as it were. Whenever I'm at home, I make shouting as a Chegwini. Can people still come to KZN and enjoy what the province has, and in particular Durban has to offer, and have fun, but not jeopardize your fight against COVID-19?
Definitely. People are encouraged to come to Durban to enjoy themselves, enjoy the beach, and go all around. There will be activities such as picnics and all of those activities that are not taking thousands. What we cannot do is to go against the regulations. If the regulations are still limiting us on 500 people, we will have to stick to that and don't take more than that.
Maskhuluma Baba ngama the events, this is cancellations right now. What are some of the events that we expect? We know that, for example, Durban July is one of the big events that we did not see this year. What kind of big events has Durban said, or KZN said, we're putting a stop to this year because of the possible second wave?
Well, events like your events that are big, like your festivals, it will not be possible to have festivals given the fact that we are on a lockdown. So we will want to be strict on those.
With regards to the possible shutdown of hotspots in particular, again, we do not want us to preempt it because there has been no pronouncement. Regards of hotspots being shut down or locked down beyond the other areas which are not as much, we are not experiencing higher numbers of infections of COVID-19. What does it look like in KwaZulu-Natal? I know that there was some concern, in particular in Mkungundlovu, eThekwini. What are some of the concerns that you foresee as might be a future problem, especially with the festive season?
Well, we believe that eThekwini is one area that continues to show increase of numbers, but it has not reached a point where we would want to, or we will suggest to have a lockdown. We believe, or any form of restriction, we believe what is currently in place is allowing us to combat and curb the spread of this COVID-19.
Zikalala, just maybe on the side note, we saw earlier today, a short while ago, in fact, today there was a huge accident on the road where a truck plowed through a couple of cars in the streets of KwaZulu-Natal. It's that time of the year again where those numbers must be worrisome for you in particular, because like we're saying, we expect people to flock down to your province.
Indeed, we will want to caution people. Road carnage is a problem for our province. We request all road users the drivers to use the road and drive responsibly. People must not drive for a long distance without taking a rest. People must check their cars and trucks before they undertake trips. We also would want to emphasize that let's not speed so that we are able to protect people. And we send our condolences to those who passed on and all of those who were victims of the accidents recently.
KZN Sihle Zikalala, Baba, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. Thank you for sparing us that moment and speak to us, sir.